Arianne Curry has once again shaken up the internet, and this time, it's not about her looks, her outfit, or who she's been seen with. It's about what she said. She dropped one short, but powerful message that stopped social media in its tracks. You've been using me as a storyline for 6 years now, made millions, and I swear I'm done. Within minutes, screenshots were everywhere. Comments started flooding in. Done with what? Who's using you? People asked. And just like that, Arianne's name was back in the headlines again. For years. Arianne's story has been tied to Martell, Holt, and Melody Shari, even though she was never part of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Her name always found a way back into the drama. But this time, it wasn't the cast or the producers bringing her up, it was Arianne herself, and fans can't stop asking, why now? Let's be real. Arianne has never been an official cast member. No confessionals. No on-screen moments. Not even a credit mention, so when she says she was used for 6 years, fans are confused. Because how can you be used by a show that never featured you? From the beginning, the show has always been about Melody and Martell, their rise, their marriage. Their downfall, Arianne was connected to Martell behind the scenes, but never part of the storyline itself. Her name came up only a few times, and mostly in the chaos of Martell's own mistakes. Now, fans are divided. Some say Arianne is hurt, that she's tired of being connected to Martell's mess. Others think it's another attention grab, another moment to pull focus back to herself, because truth be told, the show hasn't talked about her in years. The last major mention, when Martell called her a peasant, that one word changed everything, and it's followed her ever since. Fast forward 6 years later, and it feels like Arianne is trying to rewrite the narrative. To remind everyone that she mattered in this story, but instead of letting her actions speak, she keeps posting emotional messages, deleting them, and then starting the cycle all over again. Meanwhile, Melody's out here building her empire. Music, skincare, speaking gigs, turning pain into purpose. Martell's trying to rebuild his image and stay relevant. And Arianne, she's still fighting the ghost of a storyline she was never truly in. Because if we're being honest, no one's making money off Arianne's name except Arianne herself. Every post, every deleted caption, every cryptic message brings her back into the conversation. She is the reason she's trending, not the show, at the end of the day. Maybe Arianne's not angry about being used. Maybe she's angry about being forgotten. But here's the truth. Nobody wants to say out loud. Arianne Curry could have flipped her story years ago. She had the spotlight. She had the curiosity. She even had the sympathy at one point. But instead of building something from it, she let the same storyline define her, over and sought over again. And that's what fans are saying now. You can't refuse to be on the show, and then claim the show used you. Because, let's be real, Arianne was offered chances. Producers reportedly reached out more than once. And every time she said no, she didn't trust how she'd be portrayed. She didn't want the world seeing her version through someone else's lens. But now, years later, she's online saying she was used by the same story she walked away from. It's ironic, right? Because every time she hits post, it's not the show using her name, it's her giving everyone a new reason to bring her up again. And every time that happens, she becomes a headline even. When she says she's done with all the headlines, that's why fans are torn. Some say she's not. It's delusional. She's just tired. Tired of being labeled. Tired of being compared. It's tired of living in someone else's shadow. But others believe she's addicted to the attention. That every post is her way of reminding the world, I'm still here. But here's the part that stings the most. While Arianne's still fighting to be seen, everyone else from that story has already moved on. Melody's glowing, building her brand and living her peace. Martell's working to clean up his image, still trying to find balance, and the rest of the cast. They've all shifted to new business, new drama, and new beginnings. Meanwhile, Arianne keeps reopening the same old wound, the same topic, the same hurt, the same headline, and at this point, it feels less like she's being used and more like she's the one keeping that story alive. Because the truth is, if Arianne really wanted to move on, she could use her voice to rebrand, to rebuild, to finally tell her side with power instead of pain. But as long as she keeps posting and deleting, crying foul while giving the world something new to gossip about, she's writing the same chapter again and again. So maybe, just maybe, it's not about being used as a storyline, it's about not knowing how to end one.